Good morning, YouTube. It is 6:45. This is probably the earliest I've gone to the flea market in quite a while. I'm supposed to be meeting Matt in about 15 minutes at McDonald's. We're gonna grab something quick to eat and then head to the flea market. So hopefully find something good today. See you in a little bit. Peace. It's been pretty good. Pretty good day. We went flea market hunting and garage sale hunting with Matt. And before I drop him off, just going to show you what he picked up. He got a complete Black Label Spyro, a Dragon Quest 8. It's missing the bonus disc and manual, right? But it's got the game in there, obviously. Final Fantasy 10, but it's got the Black Label disc in there, so that's pretty cool. Final Fantasy 12 complete, and DuckTales, the Holy version. And he paid $12 for all of that, so pretty successful day for him. And I'll see y'all in a little bit. Peace. Deuces. Hey guys, so today I went out to the flea market, and I also went and checked out some yard sales. Excuse me. I was hanging out with Matt today, and we found some pretty good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and start off with some stuff that we got the previous night, or last night. Basically, if you watched my latest Craigslist pickup, you saw me and Matt pick up a ton of really good games for about $300. We actually went back to his house the next night and picked up a few more things, and he actually had sold the rest of it. So basically, anything you saw in that video, he had already sold by the time we got back. But we did end up picking up a few things that night. So first and foremost, we picked up a copy of Zelda Wind Waker, and it doesn't have the manual, but it's in pretty good shape. Also picked up Super Smash Bros. Melee Black Label, and it is complete. We also stopped by, before I get ahead of myself, also from that guy, I also picked up a complete box of Pokemon Gold with the Pokewalker. It doesn't have the game, but it had like everything else in it. I already had the game, so I picked that up from him. And Matt picked up, it was the third Kingdom Hearts for the PS2 complete. And we paid $50 for all of that, so I thought it was a pretty good deal. And then we also went to Walmart, and the sealed, Epic Mickey 2 that we got, we actually returned to Walmart to get some Walmart store credit. And with that store credit, we purchased, we put that store credit towards the purchase of two Punch-Outs on the Wii. They're factory sealed, and they're $20 each. So, pretty good deal with those. And onward to our flea market find. Sorry, I usually have a lot more footage, but we were just pretty good day today, so I didn't have enough time to actually stop and record everything. But so we went to the flea market, and the first thing I ended up picking up was actually a couple of Game Boy Advance manuals. I got the Legend of Zelda Minish Cap manual. I got Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories manual. Sword of Mana. So the Minish Cap and Sword of Mana I have. So those are going to go towards that. And Harvest Moon, More Friends of Mineral Town. I don't have the Kingdom Hearts game, and I did not have the Harvest Moon game, but I ended up picking that up, and it is right here. So I paid $1 for all of the manuals, and then $4 for Harvest Moon. From the same guy, Matt ended up picking up a complete a complete copy of Spyro the Dragon Black Label for the PS1 for $4. So that was a pretty good score on his part. The next guy at the flea market we happened to run across was he had a ton of NES consoles. He had a ton of Super Nintendo consoles. We initially saw an Atari. I want to say it was 2600, but I'm not too sure. In the box, and that's what caught our eye. We went over there and took a look because I never see this guy out there. And so we were looking around, and basically he's just dumping off a bunch of crap. But I did end up picking up a Super Nintendo controller for $2. I thought it was a pretty good. Thought it was a pretty good price, and I think Matt ended up picking up. I don't know if he ended up picking up anything for the first time, but so we walked around for a couple more minutes. About 5 minutes later, we just happened to walk past it, and we saw him throwing out some games. We're like, damn it, I wish we would have known. So we picked up a few games. He picked up DuckTales for $1 on the NES, as well as, I think that might have been the only thing he picked up from that guy. I picked up Gyromite. I also picked up Turtles 2 Arcade. I got 2 of those. And the only reason why I picked this up, because I was hoping there was an adapter in there, but there wasn't. And the only reason why I picked this up is because I'm hoping I can send this off to Scott from the Video Game Sellers. He can throw some titties on the Hulkster and maybe sign the cart for me. So that's the only reason why I picked that up. So those 4 cartridges, and I picked up some manuals as well. Got Little League Baseball, Super Mario Bros. 2. I think it's a poster, as well as some Nintendo Power paperwork. Mario Bros. Duck Hunt Track Meet. Super Mario Bros. 3. And then another little poster. And I picked all those little manuals up and those 4 cartridges for $6. So that was pretty cool as well. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was it for our flea market pickups. But we did hit up some yard sales, and I normally don't hit up yard sales just because I have some pretty decent success around this time with the flea market. But we had some time, Matt's more of a yard sale kind of guy, so we decided to go. And fortunately, I'm glad we did. He got some really good stuff. He got off the top of my head, I believe he got a complete Final Fantasy X, complete Final Fantasy 12. He also picked up at a pawn shop for $5 a complete Final Fantasy 13. I'm sure he got Star Wars for the NES for $1. So he got some pretty good stuff. And let's see, I didn't really get anything from a yard sale until we ended up hitting up this guy's yard sale. And this was one of the last yard sales that we hit. And I saw a Game Boy Advance SP carrying case, so I'm thinking, I'm going to ask this guy if he's got any Game Boy Advance games. And I turn around, and Matt found the table with the games. And he found a complete in-box Zelda, A Link to the Past, with the 4 swords for the Game Boy Advance. And he's a Final Fantasy guy. He knows I'm a Zelda guy. He ended up buying this and 2 other games for, I believe, $7 total. And I was pretty upset that he got it. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty upset that he got it. I was hoping he would let me get it. But long story short, we got back to the truck. He ended up giving it to me. He goes, "Give me the $3 and I'll give it to you." I'm like, "No, I'll give you $5." He goes, "No, I don't want to make any money off of you." I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. I know it's worth a lot more than $3. So let's go ahead and just, let me give you $5. I ended up giving him $4 for it, and I gave him the game out of it since I already had the game. So, anyways, moving on. So after Matt was a really stand-up guy, he really didn't have to do that. I'm really glad he did though. It helps me build towards my Zelda collection. Matt also asked the guy, "Hey, do you have any more games?" And I don't know if Matt was not interested in the games. I don't know if I jumped in front of him and he just didn't say anything. But when the guy brought some stuff out, he laid it out, and I'm like, "Oh, cool!" And I started looking through it. I asked Matt if he wanted any of them afterwards. He said no, so I don't know if he's into it or not. But before I get into the actual games, I'm gonna go ahead and show you. I got this box. He just threw this in, so I got this for free. It's just a box. It doesn't have manuals or anything in it. But if I'm not mistaken, no, I do not have the game either. But I do have a Player's Choice Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2 box. So I also got a complete Mega Man Battle Chip Challenge. A complete Mega Man Battle Network 4 Blue Moon. A complete Mega Man Battle Network 6 Psybeast Falzar. And I didn't take the sticker off of this one. What's really cool is it is an import. I do live in the United States, and this is a UK version. I did not realize this until I was taking pictures of them. But yeah, so my first actual import. I do have Pilot Wings for the N64 Japanese version, but so I thought that was pretty cool. And then I didn't really want this game, but he threw it in there anyways. Medal of Honor Infiltrator. It's not sealed. It does have the original seal around it, but it is open. The seal is broken up here. So those 4 games, the Super Mario World box for $10. Not bad. I did end up picking up another game from that same guy. I got a complete Shadow of the Colossus for $3. So that is that. And the last yard sale we went to, much to the chagrin of my parents, who wanted me to get to our local, our family store, our family-owned business that we have. They're like, "We want you to run it so we can go to Costco's, blah, blah, blah." I stopped at one more. After a huge road rage incident, this guy, I was trying to get over, and Matt's like, "Hey, his window's open." So he rolled down the window. He's trying to hey, can we get over? Thanks a lot, And the guy was not having it. He wouldn't let us over. So I just started blaring down the horn, flipping him off, cussing him out. It was just, I was pretty pissed. But anyways, we got there, and on Craigslist it said they had DS games and PS2 games. So we get there. I see the DS right off the rip. There's some Game Boy Advance games. I see Matt looking through what looked to be like PlayStation 1 games. I'm not sure if they were or not. But then he was like looking at the PS2. I'm looking at the DSi. It was a DSi XL in a case with the charger, and they ended up wanting $120 for it. I'm like, "You've got to be." We're like, "Ugh!" Like, I thought they wanted $25, and I still wasn't going to pay that, just because we're cheap. So, anyways, I didn't really see anything I wanted. He didn't really see anything he wanted. We're like, "Damn, this sucks." He goes, "Hey, I see a PS2 up here, but I don't see any games. Did you have any games?" And she goes, "Oh, it's over here in this other box. That's one son's PS2. I have another son, and his PS2 is over here with games." So, Matt starts looking at the PS2 games. I initially see this game. I saw like this part of the label, and I'm like, "That's Mario Party 7. I grabbed it up right away. I looked in it, and it was empty. So I was pretty bummed out. Matt didn't see any PS2 games he was interested in. I didn't see any PS2 games I was interested in. I did ask the lady, I'm like, "Hey, this is empty. Did you actually have the game for it?" And she called over her son. Her son's like, "Oh yeah, we have the game for it." So he goes in, he goes in the house and brings out this like third-party little GameCube disc holder that holds 12 games. I think there was like 18 games shoved in there, disc only. I looked through it. I grabbed a couple, not even knowing how much I was going to pay for them. And then Mario Party 7 wasn't in there. And I'm like, hey, you know, I do see some games in here that I want, but I don't see the Mario Party 7. And he goes, oh, here it is. And he pulls up DDR Mario Mix. And I'm like, that's not it. So he goes, oh, I'm going to go in there and get some more. So he goes and gets some more. He brings out like 6 more games actually in the cases. And I grabbed 2 of those. None of it was Mario Party 7. So, anyways, I said, all right, you know, how much are the games? She goes, the GameCube games. The lady calls her mom. So she ended up saying 50 cents each. So these are the games that I picked up. Let's go with the only complete game that I got was Soul Calibur 2. The disc is in okay shape. I honestly haven't tested any of these GameCube games yet, so, you know, praying that they all work, but wouldn't be surprised. At 50 cents, I'm willing to take the risk, though. A black label Super Mario Sunshine for 50 cents. No manual, but the disc is in okay condition. I mean, I think all of these should play, but I've seen some crazy stuff. And I ended up getting the Mario Party 7 case, and inside it are the disc-only games that I bought. And keep in mind, these are 50 cents each that I paid for them. So let's see. We got Kirby Air Ride. I actually do not have this game in my collection. I am looking for a complete black label. So if you have a spare that you're looking to trade or sell, just let me know. I'm definitely looking for a black label Kirby Air Ride. 50 cents for Pokemon Coliseum. 50 cents for Alien Hominid. I played Castle Crashers, and I've seen gameplay of Alien Hominid. I honestly, off the top of my head, don't even know what it's worth, but I said for 50 cents, I'm willing to pop it in my GameCube and at least play it for a little while. So that is that. And then not one, let's see if I can do this one-handed. That works. But 2 Smash Brothers Melee, 50 cents each. So I thought that was an awesome deal. Matt didn't even know what GameCube games I picked up until I got back in the car, and he's like, hey, what'd you get? And I showed him. He goes, you got 2 Melees? That's crazy. So all of that, all those games I actually paid $3 for. I think I got like 7 or whatever games, so it ended up being less than 50 cents a piece. I was surfing Craigslist and saw the DSi on there for $120, and I'm like, hey, I know who that is. I texted them, asked them if they had any more games. They got back to me and said, we have Mario Party 7. They listed a bunch of other stuff, but they found the Mario Party 7. They have Resident Evil for the GameCube and Paper Mario for the Wii. And they said that if I go to their house and pick it up, that I can get it for $4. So I'll be doing that tomorrow, since it's like literally like 3 minutes down the road from the flea market. So I'll be going there as well. So I hope you liked the video. Thumbs up the video. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think the best pickup was here. Sorry for it being a little bit long, but there was some pretty good stuff we picked up this time. And subscribe to the channel, and I will see y'all later. Peace.